Well, we now have an update tonight to a Seattle crime story we brought you just about a year ago, and a warning that some disturbing video goes along with it. Let's get right to KTTH Seattle Talk Radio host Jason Rantz. Jason, it's always great to have you on. It's the video of a homeless person hitting a woman in the back of the head with a baseball bat, and the sad thing is this kind of thing is not unusual in Seattle.
It's not unusual, but what is especially disturbing here is this guy who's been charged with first-degree assault has been in jail. A judge orders him to go through a competency restoration program. He was supposed to go to Western State Hospital here in Washington State. It's run by the state so that they can give him mental health treatment ahead of his trial. However, there are no beds available, and you have about 850 suspect criminals who are currently in need of treatment before going to trial. And they're at the point where the state is saying, we're going to have to just start saying no to treatment, which in this case means this dude, this bad guy, this degenerate might be back out on the street soon.
Yeah, and the video is very hard to watch. Meantime, Seattle Public Schools filed a lawsuit against social media companies, arguing that the social media companies have caused kids to develop mental health issues. We're not quite ready, but here is the lawsuit, quoting, defendants have exploited the vulnerable brains of youth, hooking tens of millions of students across the country into positive feedback loops of excessive use and abuse. President Biden, in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal, wrote the following, quoting here, millions of young people are struggling with bullying, violence, trauma, and mental health. We must hold social media companies accountable for the experiment they are running on our children for profit. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, look, I think social media is unhealthy for kids and for adults. But at the end of the day, this is a frivolous lawsuit looking to get these companies to fill a budget shortfall. I would argue that of all the districts that probably should not be moving forward with this kind of lawsuit, it's Seattle Public Schools, whose policies kept schools closed well after it was necessary due to COVID, which we know hurt kids. We know that they tell white kids that they're racist and suffer from privilege that they haven't earned. I think that might actually hurt their mental health. They tell black kids that cops are going around looking to shoot them. And of course, they tell students who maybe have some confusion about gender and gender identity, say, oh, you should keep this secret from your parents. Don't worry, we'll give you a completely new identity. Something tells me that that actually has a bigger impact on their mental health than maybe hopping on TikTok or Snapchat.
Yeah, something tells me it's the people who live in glass houses kind of rule, or maybe you should look inward. What about this proposed bill to protect referees and umpires? It says here, this is a Washington Officials Association told you, quoting, there is no data to prove that potential officials opt not to join because of fan behavior. But when speaking with people that are interested in officiating, fan behavior is a concern. Don't we already have laws in the books to kind of protect this kind of thing?
Yes, we have assault laws that are on the books. What this would do is if you go after a referee and let's say it's a misdemeanor assault, well, this would automatically upgrade that to a felony misdemeanor. And I would argue we don't need to expand protected classes. There is no data to suggest that this is an ongoing issue that is worthy of this kind of extra treatment. And I would ask, why is assaulting a referee worth a Class C felony punishment and not for any other kind of profession outside of law enforcement, for example? Why aren't talk show hosts and anchors getting extra coverage? Because there's already laws on the books for that. Let's punish them with assault. If it is serious enough to be a felony, okay, let's go ahead and do it. And there was a recent case in which under the current law, the guy gets hit with, I believe it was second-degree assault, which is stronger than what would have been mandated under this particular bill.
Crazy. Jason Rantz, good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you.